What's going on, guys? Drumble back here with another Detroit Lions video. Week 6 of the NFL season, and this time we've got those Cincinnati Bengals coming into town. What can I say, man? We haven't beaten this team in ages. It's been a while since we've beaten the Bengals. Definitely a big game. Lions coming off of another heartbreaker last week against the Minnesota Vikings. It was a great game, went right down to the wire, but we've got to stay focused and get onto these Bengals. I think the big thing you want to look at in this game from the Lions standpoint is definitely from the defense. We want to be able to try and generate pressure and, stop the run, because we don't want stuff getting set up with Joe Mixon, because if he starts running the ball, it's just going to open up too much stuff. You're going to have like Jamar Chase down there. They've got Tyler Boyd. They've got a lot of weapons who can, hurt us in the secondary if we aren't able to stop their run game and, apply some pressure on Joe Burrow. Because he's been playing at a really high level, and him and that Jamar Chase connection, as we're seeing, is looking to be one of the more lethal threats in the league as far as quarterback receiver combo is concerned. And on the flip side, I think the Lions want to be able to try and run the football. I think we've shown some promise this year. Like, this is one of the few years I've seen out of this Lions team where I'm starting to see this run game start to come to fruition. Unfortunately, we've lost some guys on our offensive line, so we're not going to be at full health this year. Got a couple guys on IR, obviously our center, and then you've also got Cephas, who's going to be out for the year. But I mean, injuries are part of the game, and you got to be able to adjust. So, like I said, I think the Lions need to try and go into this game trying to run the football and set up the play action. And I think that's just how it's going to be from a week-to-week basis with this team. I think that's where the Lions are going to be at their strongest. And we know Goff is really good off of the play action if you can get that run game going. As far as with Cephas being out, I think that's going to even be a bigger, emphasis for the Lions offense, is being able to try and run the ball. Because we don't really have any targets on the outside as far as receiver that's really going to scare a lot of teams. So we're going to have to make do with, the short pass, mid-level throws to, being able to run the ball, maybe even get some screens in there, or like some passes to the running backs, because both of our running backs, have shown that they can, be explosive in open space and what have you. As far as how I see this game playing out, I do feel this is going to be a tough game for the Lions, not just due to injuries, but what the Bengals are, have as a threat, especially from the offensive standpoint. I think there's a lot of things that they have, not only from the receiver standpoint, but even their tight ends, and then with Joe Mixon being in there. I think this is definitely going to be a tall order for the Lions defense. So I think on the flip side, offensively, the Lions want to try and, move the ball effectively and keep the Bengals offense on the sideline. I think there's some things our defense can do as far as, try and mix and matching like the coverages we're in, try and get some disguise in there, and maybe, trick Burrow and maybe get a interception here and there, give us an extra possession, because that's the kind of way, that's the only way I see the Lions winning this game. As for I see this game playing out, I gotta side with the Cincinnati Bengals right now. They're they're a healthier team than us right now, and as far as their offense, I think there's just gonna be more plays for them to be had as far as them being more consistent on offense, and they've got way more to work with as far as receiver, running back. I think they're a more complete, not only offense but as a team as a whole, especially defense as well. It's just one of those where I think it's going to be a tough sledding for the Lions in this game. But I think they'll play tough. The Lions have played tough in every game. I'm not saying they're out of it. We are at home. I mean, the crowd could be a factor, but ultimately I just don't think the Lions have enough to overcome this Bengals team at this point in time. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would like to see my Lions finally get a win. I just don't see it happening this week. Lions fans, Bengals fans, let me know your thoughts, how you see this game playing out, and go Lions, and I'll see you next week.